City, in fact, more than just a couple of key players. Kyle Olsen is not dressed and may not dress for the next month. Michael Rasmussen, big goal scorer, big power forward. They're hoping to get him back. And Yusuf Alamaki, who's been a thorn in Spokane's side, got hurt at the World Juniors and has not played since then. Tri-City a little short-handed, Denny. In fact, they only dress 17 skaters, one short of the maximum.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. The good news for the Americans is that Michael Rasmussen did participate in the warm-ups tonight. He was scratched before the game started, but so he's got to be getting pretty close in order to be on the road and dressing for the warm-ups. I
talked to the longtime broadcaster of the Tri-City Americans, Craig West, earlier today, and Craig did the games here in Spokane, called the first Memorial Cup championship for Spokane. He said that they're hoping to have him back in the lineup and back and played.
Yep.
That's the definition of nuts. Kral, part of the World Junior team for the Czech Republic, who finished 4th with the puck. That's Elenik. Comes up the off wing this time. Try to get a quick shot. Deflected by the Americans' defense. James picks it up. Hopped over a stick. Elenik steals the puck. Rimmed around, that time by Woods. Kept in. Woods still battling along the wall. He and James are there. Now quickly coming the other way, Morgan Geekie. Geekie, the Americans' leading scorer. Stick handle. So Spokane with an even strength goal, 1-0 here. So they take the early lead the first 5 minutes of the hockey game. Brown will just dump it ahead. Swatted out of the zone, Leduc. Let's check in with Lindsay Joy, who is between the benches tonight. See what her first observations are tonight. Lindsay?
Well, Dennis, my first observations are that for this rivalry that we see get so chippy and heated and crazy at times, it's actually been a little bit mellow here. Of course, we're just getting started. The Americans bench kind of going crazy when the Chiefs were getting those chances there. But, you know, these two teams actually have to cross paths when they go to the locker room after warm-ups, and it was just so civil. It was almost like, what rivalry am I watching, Dennis?
All right, we'll see if that, I got to guess, Danny, we're going to turn it, we might be on simmer right now. We're going to turn this up a little bit.
I think that's a pretty fair and accurate assessment.
These two teams will play again next Saturday down in Tri-Cities. You'll be able to watch that game right here on it. Spokane has doubled up Tri-Cities in the shot so far, 6-3, and certainly has had probably the two best scoring opportunities. Anderson Dolan kicked out, Yamamoto. Tri-City wins the draw. Coughlin with it. Bouchard, good story by the young 16-year-old Bouchard. We'll tell you in a moment. Here comes Yamamoto, cut off the play that time. Great play by Jake Bean. That's why you trade for a 19-year-old who played at the World Juniors.
Well, and again, he's arguably against Spokane's most talented player. Hasn't necessarily been the best player, but certainly their most talented, and he stood him right up and took the play away from him.
And that's why you're going to see number 2 playing in the National Hockey League, and I wouldn't be surprised if he plays there next year. Still with the puck, Yamamoto trying to find an open man. Shot from the point to go. Into the hands of Smith, plays behind the net for his partner Helgeson. Here comes the Chiefs captain, the 20-year-old, wheeling out of his own end, ahead to Elenik, bounces off the wall, waved off icing. Bean will go and get it. Elenik. Bouchard back there, that's a mismatch. Bouchard is 5'6", Elenik is 6'4". Smith in front, deflected and went wide, and Bean is there to cover up the rebound. This is only the second time I've seen him play. I saw him play one time when Calgary was here. Danny, I like him a lot.
Yeah, the first thing you notice about him, he did it earlier, and I was going to mention it, but he's so calm with the puck. He doesn't overreact. He doesn't get panicky with it. He just waits for plays to develop.
Coming on the ice, that was close.
Yeah, he had the presence of mind to pause just for a second to play that, and it's a good thing he did because it would have been too many men had the player not been stepping into the box.
Toporowski with a shot, comes all the way out after the miss, back into the Chiefs zone. They'll try to clear the puck, can't do it. Bouchard stops, centering pass, in front, in and out. I don't know how that didn't go in. Somebody asked him, somebody said, hey, do you want to fix your hair? And he goes, nah, not really. They were taking a picture of him. That's a goaltender. You want to fix your hair? Nah, not really. Along the wall, Jones, or James, I should say. Bouchard, here comes Bean, steps in. Big drive, hits something in front. I think it was Birkin. Here comes Spokane, back the other way. Riley McKay with it. McKay down the far wall will just float it behind the play.
You know, there's another little thing that Jake Bean just did that impresses me. He sees the Spokane forward going across, sliding across to block the shot, so he immediately goes with a much higher shot so he can clear the block on it and just does it intuitively.
Home run pass.
Sometimes people tend to overreact, get nervous, and these guys haven't done that at all, so they're not overreacting to things, and that's good.
Puck is loose. The Americans come up with it. Conklin tried to backhand it to the other side to Mutala, and it bounces over his stick. 2-on-1. Fisher cross ice pass. Big save by Warm, who stops Woods. That's a monster save with your team down 2-0.
Sure is.
Puck in front. Score! Body type, and I'm talking about his height.
Yeah.
He's a generation later. He's probably a 10-year NHL guy.
For sure.
Toporowski, puck centered towards the net. Frack just kind of slowly backhanded it. Reed keeps it in. Conklin will go back and get it, and then he knocks the Chief down. Then bangs it hard off the boards, kept in, and then paid the price that time as Leduc. Here come the Americans. Clayton will shoot it. Birkin hangs on.
To go do it. Gets a lot of credit in my book for that.
Well, see what happens here. Big goal here. Chiefs had the first 3 goals of the game. Great play by Jake Bean. You saw him hesitate. Had the defender go down and then wired it top shelf. And here come the Americans. See what kind of jump they have as Bishop will play it into the corner. Americans will get a change here as Smith will wheel out of his own zone. Ty Smith, the 17-year-old, headed to the Prospects game. To Fisher, who's already got 1 goal here. Trying to go.
It's a tiny little poke check that keeps the shot from happening.
Conklin will knock it away. Fisher, supported by Elenick and McKay. To the defenseman Reed, who steps into the play. Loose puck bouncing around. Reed will have it. Quick shot. Boy, Leclerc and one of the Americans all the way out at center ice while all this is going on. Mutala was all the way out at center ice and no effort to come back. That's why there were only 4 in the play that time. Leduc with it. Will shoot it in the far wing. Frack with it. Bouncing puck to McGrew. Can't handle the shot.
It's turning into a good shift for the Chiefs there. It's able to spend some time in the offensive zone. Whoa.
For 2 on the power play. Just 3 of 20 in the games against Spokane this season. McGrew falls down. Now an American will go down.
Well, he was interfered with. This is a good penalty call.
Yeah. Chiefs with the extra skater here. Delayed penalty call. Smith. Crawl. 6-on-5. Smith. Back to the blue line to Crawl. One-timer from the near side. Bouncing puck. Toporowski missed the net on the rebound. Crawl. Fisher. Fisher shot it high. Way over the top of the net. Still loose. McKay back there.
Chiefs are effectively getting about a 30-second power play here already. 20 to 30 seconds because the Americans can't come up with the puck.
Toporowski. Smith. Toporowski. Back to Smith. One-timer, Crawl, and it's to Smith. Boy, Hamiluk was jumping on the ice for a change, saw the pass coming and jumped back on the bench. He's on the ice, that hits him, and that's a 2-minute penalty.
Yep.
Toporowski got drugged down, no call that time. Chiefs will shoot it right back in. Chiefs will also get a change. 1 minute remaining here, and a big hit behind the play by Jeff Faith.
Again.
You almost don't have to look at the number, you just know who it is. Elenick tried a cross-ice pass in the high slot, knocked down. Here comes Topping down the near wing. Americans looking for the equalizer in the final minute of the period.
Really nice back check by Elenick there. He came all the way down the ice with him, managed to take the puck away from Topping in the corner, and that's what you need from your forwards.
Penalty now called on Spokane. Delay. Brown will wind up. It will hit Faith and bounce all the way out. Still alive on the delay here. And regardless of when the Chiefs get possession of this puck, unless they score, the Americans again are going to get fresh ice on a power play as Helgeson will go back. James at 6'4", well over 200 pounds, will go and chase it. Jake McGrew pinches along the boards. Fafrek now behind the net. Americans pick it up. Loose puck bounced in front on a pass by Bouchard. And then he denies the breakout by the Chiefs. McGrew run down by Bouchard. I like this Bouchard.
Yeah, for a 16-year-old who isn't very big, he's got a lot of energy in his game.
His mom played for the Canadian national team.
Back to the genes thing.
Smith wires it all the way around. The only player there is Clayton. Now quickly on top of him, Spokane Jeff Faith. Back to Helgeson at the blue line. Helgeson winds up, hit a body in front and deflected to the left of Day. Loose puck in front. Big shot that time by Toporowski, paid the price. Saved by Day.
Chiefs have come out with some pretty good energy after that penalty kill. They've forechecked hard. And
check in with Lindsey Joy here in a couple of moments. Frack with it, bouncing puck to center ice. McGrew just kind of hammers it into the zone. Bean lets it hit his body and plays it ahead. Back into the Chiefs zone, and they'll turn it and go the other way. Toporowski, Frack. Frack tried a backhand play, made the hard pass instead of the easy pass, and here come the Americans. Mutala with it. He is stopped at the red line, or the blue line, I should say, and Toporowski races for the puck, but Bouchard will pick it up. Americans wheel out of their own zone. That's Clayton. We haven't seen much of young Mr. Brett Clayton here in this game. Makes a play there. Now here comes James. Mutala asked for it into James, and Birkin might have got a piece of that and turned it aside. Here comes Riley McKay. #1 pick 2 years ago. And the Chiefs have a 4-2 lead with 9 minutes remaining. And he didn't do that on purpose. The pass turned him around. See what the Americans can do here. Coughlin behind the play, fighting with a couple of Chiefs, still fighting, and Krall will go back and get it. Fan on the clearing pass, Americans keep it in.
Well, ever since the midpoint of the second period, this game has been extremely even, so I expect that the Americans are going to fight back here and probably tighten this thing up again.
Chorney with a big drive, and it's saved by Day. Mutala comes back the other way for the Americans, try a centering pass to Bouchard, who goes right back across the middle. All kinds of chances, and a one-timer from the slot by James. Back to Coughlin, to Bean. Shoots it on net. 6 minutes remaining in this hockey game. Luke Toporowski's goal has given Spokane a 2-goal lead. 10,397 here in the building tonight on Buck Night for a fabulous hockey game. And I hope those of you watching on SWX, either in Spokane or Tri-Cities or wherever you might be, are enjoying this hockey game. To the point is Bean. Cross ice. Coughlin. In front, deflected and scored! Birkin had the angle covered, but he didn't have the deflection covered.
Just harp on this, but you got a 1-goal lead with 5 minutes to go. You just have to be super structured, super disciplined, and just do all the right things. Should be able to get out of here with a win if you're Spokane. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but this is an important learning point for the Chiefs.
Mutala will just shoot it in. Birkin paddles it aside as he had the whole bottom of the net covered there. Fight along the far wall here. Now the puck is picked up. Brown walks into the play from the dot, and he scores! 1,300 is silenced.
There's clearly a missed assignment. Birkin's got to probably stop this, though, no question. For as many good saves as he's made tonight, that's one he should probably have. But again, totally left wide open, structure breakdown, assignment miss.